Hey, y'all. It's Jess Lynn from A to Z Realty. We have a lender here today. Stay tuned. Going way up. Hello, ladies. How y'all doing today?
Good.
Hello.
Good. How's everything going over there, Nicole? How's it going in Greensboro?
Hey, we cannot complain. Well, we can complain, but we're not going today.
I know that's right.
we're going into this with an expectation of we putting clients under contract and we finding houses, honey. So
hey, man, I receive it. I receive it. Hey, Ashley, how's it going in Sanford?
Going good. Just trying to get these clients some homes. I'm trying to get some listings. I'm gonna be out farming this weekend, so hopefully I'm gonna be out farming this weekend. Yes.
You guys, my name is Jessie Lynn. I am from A to Z Realty. Today we have a lender in the building. We have Miss Stephanie Ebron Brown with community. She's a community mortgage. I can't talk today. She's a loan officer. Nicole, we're about to bring her in. Okay. Come on in, Stephanie. How are you doing?
Hi, how is everybody?
Great. Welcome to the clubhouse.
Well, thank you. This is very interesting. I'm sitting here like, okay, this is different. I like this. This is cute.
Thank you. We're so happy to have you here. Thanks for stopping by. Could you tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Okay, well, hello everyone. I am Stephanie Ebron Brown. Legally, I'm Stephanie.
All right, I think she's breaking up. Stephanie, I think
we just recently merged with Iberia Bank. So if you see either one of them or even know of Capital Bank, we were one of them. So they've gone through a lot of name changes. I am a mortgage loan officer assigned to assisting with what they consider CRA, Community Reinvestment Associated loans, helping more people. First-time home buyers, yes. I always tell people there really aren't a lot of first-time home buyers situations, but we help all home buyers.
Awesome. All right, y'all. I think Stephanie's having some technical difficulties over there on the other end. Yeah. So hopefully she'll be back. But yeah, she's a loan officer with Community Mortgage. Nicole, you work with her. There she goes. She's back in the studio, I think.
I don't know what happened. I ain't moved.
You're fine. All right. You went out. I'm sorry. You said you guys, you normally work with first-time home buyers, or you don't, or how does your program work?
Well, we do work with first-time home buyers, but we work with home buyers. So I'm here to help a lot of different people. We do a lot of community lending. We have great programs that help people with 100% financing. And not only that, but we have 100% financing, but you still have to pay your closing costs. And I let them know, well, sometimes closing costs can be $4,000, $5,000, and that's tough on people. They said, oh yeah, we also have grant money, Stephanie. I'm like, what? What's grant money? It's free money. And they have like $2,000 if you make 80% of the median income for the county that you're buying in. $3,000 if you're a first responder in that same area. And then if you buy a house that's considered low to moderate income, they give you an additional $2,000. So there's $5,000 worth of free money that's out there for you to be able to purchase a home.
Oh, we like free money. We
Yes.
do. We do.
You like money.
So, Stephanie, do they have to have like a certain credit score, or how do they qualify for this program?
Good question. Yes, they do have to have a certain credit score. For the 100% financing, they have to have a 680 or better. For 97% financing, they can have a 620 or better. That's still good because that $5,000 can go toward the 3% that you'd have to put down. So that's still a good money that can help people a lot.
Okay, awesome. So you said a 680 and a 620 credit score?
Correct.
All right.
Oh, and
hey,
another great feature. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. I was just going to let everyone know to drop their questions in the box, in the comment box. We have Stephanie Ebron Brown here with Community Mortgage. Drop your questions if you have any questions. Sorry, Stephanie, you can go on.
Oh, no problem. Student loans are a big issue that I find for many people. Right now, because of COVID, the student loans say zero. Well, we all know that eventually, we're going to pray that eventually COVID is going to be over and those student loans are going to kick back in. But for many people, a zero payment is the student loan payment. If you get me that documentation, you get me that proof, then we can use zero as that number. All right. Especially for people who are still in school. If you've got 36 more months of school, we can use zero as that number. That's a big help.
Yeah, that's a big help.
Yes.
That's a big help. Yes. It's much better than the FHA who has to use 1%.
Awesome. So you guys, you have student loans, you need to contact Stephanie.
Yeah.
Nicole, do you have any questions for Stephanie?
I guess because me and Stephanie have worked together before. One of the reasons why I was drawn to this program when I first was introduced to it is because of it does not have the PMI. Is that still correct, Stephanie?
That is still correct. Okay. So no PMI. So more of your mortgage is going toward actually working with your payment. Absolutely. Nicole has done such wonderful things. I enjoy working with Nicole. We talk so much. It's hard to remember that we actually have never physically met thanks to COVID. But hey, I got my shot last week, so I'm on my way to come to Greensboro.
Come on.
Hey, Stephanie, could you explain? Oh, I'm sorry. You can go on.
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Could you explain what a PMI is?
Sure. Private mortgage insurance. It's a ripoff. No, it is. It's basically money that you, the buyer, are paying to ensure that if for some reason you default on this loan, the mortgage company has an insurance policy that pays off the mortgage for you. You still end up with no house, but they end up with a policy that you paid for. It decreases over time, but really, why did it need to be there to begin with if it doesn't have to be? Right. So now you have more money that's available to you. So it helps you with being able to buy. These are 30-year fixed mortgages. People will say to me, is the interest rate higher? It may be a little bit higher, but when you take out the fact that there's no PMI, when we're already at historically low interest rates, you actually will get a lower payment with what you may think is a higher mortgage payment, but really there isn't a big difference between 3 and 2.9. Okay. There isn't, you're not talking about saving a lot of money or losing a lot of money, but these are some of the programs. And then also and one of the reasons I tell people this is not just a first time home buyers program, we refinance on these same laws. Okay. So you can, some people are in predatory mortgages. If you've got an interest rate over 5%, you really need to contact me.
Okay. That's good. Ashley, do you have any questions?
I have a question. Could you possibly explain gifting? Because a lot of people they come to me like, well, my cousin can just give me $5,000. And I'm like, no, that's not how it works. It's a little more in depth than that. So can you just explain gifting towards your down payment?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Everybody's got a cousin who's got money who can't tell us where the money came from. Okay. Most of you are too young to remember, but there was a time when car dealerships used to write on the window, "We do not accept cash." And the reason that car dealers had to write that on there is because there, frankly, was so much drug money running around in this world. Drug dealers couldn't spend it because they couldn't justify where they got the money from. Same thing happens when it comes to gifts. We have to know where the gifts came from. Okay? We have to know. That's why I tell people also, stay away from Cash App. You can't trace those things. Okay?
Right.
Gift money has to be, for one, it's supposed to come from a close relative. All right? I get scared of cousins. All right? It really should come from a close relative. Somebody who we truly know is not expecting you to pay them back. Now, we all got that relative. I know I did. I got that mama who, if she gave me $20, she wrote down what day it was given and what day she expects it back.
Yeah.
But they hope that this gift is truly a gift. Okay. And you're supposed to be given this money. And the best way to do it is like this. You need to know exactly how much this person is going to give you. You're going to get a gift form from your lender. That gift form needs to be completed by the bank that your giver, your family member who is close, has the money. That's why I say stay away from Cash App. Stay away from all these places who you cannot go and speak to somebody, because we have to know that money came from real source. They can't pull it out of the mattress. All right. It's got to be a legitimate gift, and we have to know where they not so much where they got it from, as far as more knowing that they got it from a bank. Okay.
Okay.
So with gift money, you just have to be very careful. Follow your lender's rules, but it's mainly about being able to trace exactly where that money came from. The main thing that the bank is trying to make sure of is that, one, you didn't borrow that money from somebody and then pretended. And I've seen people who've done that. I had I had a client who took money and she gave it to her cousin to give to her, so that she didn't have to prove where the money came. It was just the craziest thing. But that's how I know the whole story, because we had to trace where did the money come from. He couldn't prove where he got it from, and he got it from her.
So, Stephanie, what advice would you give buyers in this crazy market?
Buy whatever you can. Your house does not need its own room. It would be nice. Your car does not need its own room. It would be nice to have a garage, but if your pocket cannot afford a garage, guess what? Your car gets wet on several occasions. Okay? This is not your coffin house. It does not have to be the coffin house. Do not buy my first house. I bought my first house when I was 22 years old, when the man who I knew I loved, Lord help him, went off with somebody else. And the only thing that was going to make me feel better was knowing that I had a house and they were living with his mama. Okay. And I bought a 1-bedroom condominium. Now, I had many people tell me that's not a house. It was my house.
Exactly.
It was my house. It was my Taj Mahal. I used to think that I should put extra cameras between the door and the bedroom. It was only 1 bedroom, but it was a long way away from me. Okay. But being that I was able to start that foundation early and buy something, that was what propelled me to continue to build and buy something else. Right now, prices are going high. There's so much Everybody's like, oh, you can't get anything for that price. No, you can't get the Taj Mahal for that price, but you can get something.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You can get something. I don't want to live in the hood. Okay, now you got to get to the definition of what is the hood.
Exactly.
If it was good enough for you in high school, it's good enough for you now.
Right.
And there is no such thing. Of course, nobody wants you to put yourself in harm's way. But I know there are plenty of people who have gotten killed in $1 million houses, just like they got killed in the hood.
Right. Exactly. That's good advice. So, would you recommend a certain loan over another loan, or
definitely,
especially in this market?
Yes, I recommend the loan you can afford. Okay, that is the key. You want the loan that you can afford. There is no need. People like, oh well, I want to put down a big down payment, so I'm going to save for another year so I can save another $5,000. Well, in that amount of time, the house that you were looking at has gone up $20,000 while we were waiting for you to save $5,000.
Exactly.
Okay, so you were better off with that 100% financing that you didn't want to take, because you could be sitting on $20,000 instead of $5,000.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to let the other girls ask you more questions, but I need you to answer one last question for me. I have a buyer who's currently, he's pre-qualified. Could you please explain to the people out there who would like to purchase a home why it's important to get their documents in on time?
Oh, gracious. For one thing, look at page 3 of the contract? There's a place on there that says due diligence and date of completion. All right. Anybody knows when you sign that contract, you are signing a contract. This is it. This is how you have to perform. Okay. Everyone is expecting, there's a reason that those dates are 30 days out. It's not 30 days out so you can pack. It's 30 days out because the lender has work to do. Okay. We have a lot of things we have to get done. The attorney has things they have to get done. And you have got to give us the tools we need to get them done. And that starts with documentation, not only just regular documentation, but current documentation. Giving me your pay stub. This is what we're in April. We're in April. Showing me your pay stub for January does not let me know that you still have a job. Okay. Showing me what your bank statement had in the bank account right after the stimulus hit is not showing me how much money you have to date.
Right.
And we do not want to get to the table and you say, well, look, can I post date this check? No. It doesn't work like that. Okay. We need this information. We need it correct. And yes. Oh, they kept asking for more bank statements. Well, didn't you get more bank statements? That's why they asked for them. Oh, they asked for too many pay stubs. Well, didn't you get paid again? This should not be glad that they're asking for this information. Because see, it's easy to say no. Okay, it's easy and quick to say no. If they're asking for more information, that's because they are closer to getting you approved.
Right. Exactly. Okay. Nicole?
Well, I think she covered what I wanted to know, but with the program that you were talking about, Stephanie, it does have some, I know you said income caps, but is there any other restraints or restrictions on those loans?
No, outside of the income, I think like the maximum loan is about 500,000. So that's gone up. That hasn't been an issue with people finding that part. So I can't think of anything else. As far as, this is one of the better products that are out there. I am truthful when I can tell people that there are some great mortgage products that are out there. But sometimes you got to weigh out what makes them great. Right. If it takes them 6 or 7 months to get you through the program, they may not be as great as you think. Okay. Especially if your information is ready now, not when prices are going up the way that they are. Okay. You want to have, you want to do, as far as I'm trying to think of any caps. There are no caps. This is a great program.
It is. Lou, I have you. What about because a lot of some of the other down payment assistance, especially like our local here in Greensboro, has they want to make sure they see the inspection reports and things like that. Is that something that you guys require?
No, I'm a bank. I'm a bank. I'm not a nonprofit. I'm not a government program. I don't want to see the inspection. Don't show it to me. Don't even talk to me about it. Okay, that I stay in my lane. I stay in my lane. Do I think you should do them? Absolutely. Do I think you should talk with your agent about what happened with them? Yes. Do you talk to your lender about it? No. I didn't ask you the question. Don't tell me the answer.
You got it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Ashley?
She really explained everything. You were wonderful.
Do you have what's your loan processing time? How long does this normally take?
Well, when people send me their information, I just ask them to text me their email address and I will email you back. At the bottom of my email, there's a button that says need a mortgage, apply now. You hit that, you fill out the information. I generally try to get those processed within 24 hours, business hours. Now, if you send it to me on Friday night at 8:00, there's a very good chance I'm not going to see it till Monday morning. Okay. But I do the best that I can. So I get it to you in 24 hours. Then it's up to you to find a home. We process as far as closing. We try to close in 30 days. Again, that's up to you. Now, 30 days, I got to chase you down looking for a pay stub. Don't be looking at me in 30 days. Okay. But we should be able to get this done for you.
Absolutely.
All right. So the big question that everybody wants to know, everybody out here in the world, what sets you apart from everyone else?
Whoa. What sets me apart? Well, I'm Stephanie. Well, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I don't consider myself a banker. I'm a community mortgage loan officer. I'm out here to help people to actually be able to afford what they can buy. Many times I had to tell a lady yesterday, I had to remind her she has 3 children. I know what the numbers say you can afford, but you have 3 kids. I got 3 kids. Let's really talk about it. Okay. And I will ask people to be a little more realistic. I'm not going to push you into the highest price that you can afford. I'm going to talk with you about what you want. And there's a big difference. But I definitely am going to ask you to be very realistic with your own budget. I can't govern you on that, okay, because I am just a bank. I'm not a nonprofit or a government. But I am going to ask you to be realistic about what you want and what you can afford. There's so much more to life than just paying a mortgage payment. And you don't want to also just, as you know, everybody likes to use the term house poor. But there really is such a thing as being house poor. Mm-hmm. You don't want to look at, be walking through Ross even, walking through Ross and see a picture that you can't buy because you can't afford to put it on the wall. Okay? Exactly. One thing about home ownership, it's expensive. It is not cheap. The first time I ever had to pay a plumber to unstop the garbage disposal was the last time I ever paid a plumber, because he thought he was coming there just to fix the garbage disposal. He also was there to teach me how to do it, because he wasn't coming back, because that thing was going to break again. And it did. And I learned how to do it myself. Okay.
There you go.
That's it.
We have YouTube now, so.
Oh yeah, now we got YouTube. But like I said, I owned a house at 22. That was almost 30 years ago. We didn't have YouTube.
Okay, awesome. I do have one more question. I'm sorry. You mentioned the children. I've had a few people ask me about this. They want to know why some banks want to know how many children they have. Could you explain that?
It may depend on that particular product's criteria. Like with us, when it comes to our income qualifications, we just look at the income. It doesn't matter how many people are in your household. Now, for some people, it could matter on that end. It definitely matters when they look at child support. If you're wanting to count child support as income, they're going to want to know how many children do you have, what are their ages, because at a certain point, they're not going to count that. If he's 15, there's a good chance that child support is not going to count. Okay, that's just how that part works. They cannot count the child support at that part. So it all depends on exactly what the criteria may be for why they want to know if you have children. In some instances, you might have just a nosy loan officer who might think you're trying to hide the fact that you're paying child support. And they won't want to get to the bottom of that. But mostly it could be just about if there are any type of income requirements. I think like with FHA and definitely with USDA, some of the programs require you to, you can, you know, let's put it this way, $50,000 and you're a single person goes a whole lot further than $50,000 and you got 4 kids behind you.
Got you. Okay. Well, Stephanie, thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you guys having me. Thank you.
Thank you. Could you let everyone know how they can get in contact with you?
All right. Well, first of all, my cell phone number, and I don't mind giving it out because I know how to hit decline, 202-487-5246.
Awesome.
Texting is always a good way. And my email address is stephanie.brown@firsthorizon.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have an awesome day, okay?
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend, everybody. Thanks for
You
having me. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. You guys, that was awesome. I love how she was straightforward with everyone. I love it. It was really awesome.
And that's what I was going to say. She didn't say it, but one reason why I do like Stephanie, some clients may say, but one thing I know about her is you're going to get the truth. She don't sugarcoat too much. She gonna give you exactly what you need, and the products that they have are great. So when she's asking you for something, she's not going to ask you for something that they don't need. She's definitely that lender that's gonna fight for you to get that file done. She's done some amazing things for some clients. I've had clients that only could afford 120 with other lenders and sent them through her, and their buying power jumped to 150 using that program. So that's one of the other reasons that I really liked it, because I got to thinking, if $180 of your payment is PMI and I take that out, we're really increasing your buying power. And it definitely did. And it helped me, especially last year and the year before, getting clients into homes. So we've definitely tried to use that program as much as we can. I hate that they jumped that credit score to 680, but it is what it is. And we're going to make it work.
Oh yeah, I like that. But yeah, 680 is kind of high.
Myself, I like.
Yes, ma'am.
You see me thinking, I'm like, okay, I got a client, I need to send her away, but 680 be tough for her.
I like that. It's just so nice. It's so nice.
Yes.
Yeah, yes. I like it. Straightforward. We need a lot of people like that. It's going to be honest and not sugarcoat anything, because a lot of us need to hear the truth. It's not like we're not trying to help, but we need you to do it and we need you to fix it. We're not going to tell you one thing and then don't answer your calls the next time you call back.
Right.
So I like that.
Absolutely.
All right. That was awesome. Thank you, Nicole. That was awesome.
You're
awesome.
welcome. You're welcome.
All right, ladies. Nicole, take it out, honey.
All right. Well, I'm Nicole Crawford with Keller Williams Realty out of the Greensboro Triad area. You can definitely reach me on my cell or in the clubhouse. Or on Facebook at Triad Dream Team. And my cell number is 336-457-3007.
And I'm Ashley Howard. You can reach me here at the clubhouse, or you can contact me at 917-579-7829.
And my name is Jessie Lynn. I'm with A to Z Realty. You can reach us in the clubhouse at thehomebuyersclubhouse.com, or you can reach me at 919-818-9854. You guys have an awesome weekend. Thank you for tuning in. Stephanie, thank you so much for stopping by. You guys be safe. Y'all have a good weekend.
Have a good weekend. Bye.
Bye.